Al Green, we could live together. Al Green, is it? Yeah. Um, the thing is, them man was locking up the place because I called Ganesh myself and asked him, what is that? The photograph is Ganesh Manipal inside of it. So I asked him what was going on there. But they were putting chains. The PvP could put their chains and the PNC put their chains, and any party where the observers could put their chains and lock the containers, right? So that is what exactly what they did. Let me go into this. So I'm hoping that is sorted out. So Lennox Schumann
I have voted.
is in. And Lennox Schumann is gonna send in his message from
I have voted. I have voted for the Liberty and Justice Party. I want to encourage all of the voters who are eligible to vote to come on out and exercise your franchise. It is your democratic right, a right that is not exercised in many parts of the world. And come on out because it is our country, and you have to have a say not only in the country, because when you come out and vote, you're also having a say in your children's future. We are hopeful that everyone can conduct this exercise in the most peaceful of manners, and that no one attempts to intimidate or become victim of intimidation or anything of the sort. Let's have this as a peaceful day and ensure that when we are done, put this country back together. Thank you so much. Come out and vote.
Thanks. That is Lennox Schumann, the presidential candidate for the Liberty and Justice Party, tuning in from all the way from Pakuri, right? Advising people to be peaceful about what they do and come out and vote. I would want to think the president would have gave a message. Good morning, critic. Good morning to you. So we got voters here, right? You see that? Not up yet. Right, so watch that. Come out and vote. Come out and vote, Guyana. And this is Craig Primary School. That's just in from Craig Primary School. Let me get something in the meantime, man. Calm everybody down. Come out and vote. When the challenge and your best friends are falling, it's only you. Yeah, like a bus to connect the music. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know, feel already music sweet. Yeah, skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know, feel already music sweet. Yeah. For every pain there's a melody, for every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So let us sing together. And who's the life behind? And every man got this struggle. How they did it every Lord. They let me know I'm on my journey. Something sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget the troubles and the rock. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget the troubles and the rock with me. You know, feel already music sweet. Yes, skanking sweet. We skanking till the morning dawn. Until the day when my joy is gone. Hallelujah. We're grooving in our life. We're grooving on our troubles away. Everybody wanna feel the troubles and the rockin'. You know, feel already music sweet. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Everybody wanna feel like me. The troubles and the rockin'. You know, feel already music sweet. Hold on, we got a little thing going on down in. I think them boys there. In Good Hope, we go straight into them and see what's going on down there. Beautiful. What's going on here? Them boys they in good hope. Let me call and find out.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Hey bro, what's going on? Whoa. Nice, nice. There's a police station passing there?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
By the prison roadside, the first car.
What area we there at?
Yeah.
Lozignan. Beautiful, beautiful. Massive.
By the prison roadside, the first car and a turn left. Yeah, yeah.
First car and a turn left, okay. There's a back down at the back where the massacre and thing they happen.
Line up vault.
Yeah, we used to live not too far from there.
Yeah.
Alright, safe. Good. How the road looking? Everybody calm? Everything good?
Yeah, the road calm, the place quiet, everybody just
moving. Beautiful. Let's keep it just like that. Safe.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah. Good.
So you're getting a live feed. The boys are in Lusignan at this time. And some people saying Critic too big for tag. Let me how are we gonna do the two-way there? So the guys giving me a live feed from Lusignan, and you're gonna have a live feed all day from me and from the road, the streets. Right? Let me go straight back into some of our voters who sent in your finger. You have me cracking up. The person may ask the vote with a toe. It's a thumb thing. I love you, baby. Don't worry. Oh, mama, why didn't put up something? What's this? I can't understand. Let's see. This is confused. Oh, you put your thing next to the thing. Alright. So what you going on here? What's this? Right? Voted. Linden. We people voting. Who else we got? Voted. Right? We people voting. Come out and vote. What you going on here? Since 6 to 8. Voted. Come out and vote, people. Right? Come out and vote. This is what area? Cast a vote, pray, whatever, to outcome, peace, no violence. Beautiful. Come out and vote. Barbara Singh voted. Right? Come out and vote, people. When you vote, just send your finger. If you want to do a selfie where you want to send it to the critic. Vote it. Come out and vote. Yeah. Live and direct with the critic. How it go down? Let me hear what this guy
Can you
got.
tell me how was the voting process, sir?
I found that the voting process at this particular station was a bit on the slow side. in my particular station. The other stations were moving fairly fast. I'm not sure what the issue is. There doesn't seem to be any bearing on the face of it.
Okay, did you receive complaints from any other polling stations of any issues voters may have encountered?
Actually, yes. I've been raising these issues since about just after 6 with the returning officer, particularly for 4. There are long lines everywhere. There's a lot of issues with the information clerks, both being underprepared and giving. They seem overwhelmed by the situation. They're giving wrong information in some instances. In fact, just here, the person who was right in front of me was told that their name is not on the list, and when indeed that is not so. So that kind of misinformation is troubling. There have been some other minor issues in polling stations, all related to congestion and sloth and that kind of stuff. Of course, we are bringing all of these issues to the attention of the ROs to have them resolved, hopefully as quick as possible.
Have you heard of reports of people being turned away because of the...
All right, let me go back to the feed, and we're gonna get this thing sorted out as it's needed.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, my brother, you got me on speakerphone?
Huh?
You got me on speaker? Put me on speaker so people in the camera can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, just put the Uncle Mario phone on speaker.
Yeah.
Beautiful. For the listeners, for the viewers who are looking at this live feed, the Guyanese Critic live feed, you're getting that feed from the East Coast, from our mobile unit. Our boys are going across the country and giving you a live feed. So if you're not hearing me talking, I am actually, what's going on there? I am actually, whoa, the screen just went green. Is it going on? I am actually on my normal morning live coming to you from my office, which is set up as a command center at this point in time. So you guys will be hearing, you wouldn't be hearing anything, but if you want, you could come over to the other live and get an understanding of what's going on and how it's going down. So no, I hope nobody feeling no way that they ain't hearing me saying anything. The next thing, Mario, some persons are claiming we've seen too much of dashboard. So when you record and look at the phone itself and see what you're seeing, and you could put it, you might be able to put it up a little more to the screen and show a little more the road.
Okay.
Roger, my brother, safe. I'll take care. What area are there now?
Huh?
What area are there right now?
Transmit.
Trasby. Roger that. Safe. Yeah. So our mobile team, one of our mobile teams is at Trasby. This screen just gone green. Well, that is weird. I know what's going on there. But let me start it out. Thank God it didn't went red. Some people are saying he said though. Live video interrupted. Okay. Them boys must see data area. Alright. So we just heard one of the commissioners complaining. And I want to get it right. Hi, good morning, Mrs. Sace. Guyanese Critic here. I have you live. I just was looking at a video of you making a bit of a complaint as to the voting process. You want to give me a quick update? Can you?
Yes, I can. I have observed in several places that the process is pretty slow. places there's a concentration of voters, and there's also issues in the information clerks. I have observed it myself at two places that I've done in that thing at Regional Primary School, New Capital Government School, and Bel-Air Primary. Those are places I've visited myself and seen issues with misdirections and etc. Also on the schools, I'm receiving reports of the bus very, very slowly and a lot of confusion by information clerks. In fact, I am on my way there and I can endeavor to give you a further update once I see those things.
Beautiful. What I would need to know.
These are issues that are being brought to the attention of the returning officer from Region 4, Mr. Mingo, for his attention.
Beautiful, beautiful. I need an update whether it is an unpreparedness by the staff or if it is if these things are deliberate and how they would address it. We gotta get it addressed fast. The next thing is
my concern now is to have these issues resolved. I will see later on whether it is deliberate act or the competence of the officers.
beautiful, because take into consideration, I want you to take into consideration this process is being carried out by Guyanese. The same Guyanese we are going to wait long at KFC. The same Guyanese who is going to line up all the food places. Remember, this is a unique process, only happens one time every 5 years.
Unfortunately, KFC is closed today, but I look at it.
Roger, Chief. Safe. So different people got different issues. But here was me issue. You understand? Your list, thing. Here was me issue. They got slothfulness, they got it. Alright, so me in a bit of video game now, partner. How me in the pay. Here was me issue. We gotta get it right. Bear in mind, says Gunraj is a commissioner. He sits in the commission, he's a PBB commissioner, election commissioner, right? So you got people, you got the PNC commissioners talking and everything. What I want for no? They got long line. Is it longer lines than any other long line we've got? Yes, and you got GPL, GTNT, you got Republic does. Is it longer lines than our Republic Bank does got? These people doing this thing every day and can't get it right. That's what I want for know. Yes, sir? Roger, so let me go straight back into with these boys got for we here. Live video interrupted again. So we're getting a bad feed from the area. No, listen to me. The Guyanese critic running this operation. Yes, sir. Not the PNC running, the PBB running this operation. Today is the Guyanese critic running this operation. We play no game, we dealing with things. Everybody got issues. What I want to know, these long lines, these complaints, are they longer lines? You never, I hear nobody complain for Republic Bank. Are they longer lines or they calm down? You understand? Right now we need people to go out and vote. Because me buys them up on the road too. And what are they saying? So far everything is everything. You understand? So far everything is everything. We have a live feed. We going across this country and looking at what's going on, where it's going on. Them boys heading to college in here, you know. You understand? Do we have longer lines than we have at Republic Bank? We had constant long lines. You take people, some people who they even had a job. Some people who never had a job and they got in a hospital for a 2-day work. Forget a quick money. Them confuse the whole life. What do you expect to happen? You lining up for the pension. Guyanese are constant lining up and taking long. But we want the process to move forward, right? What I don't want anybody to do is use this process to create any, you understand, friction. No. So we heading into college in here, and this on the right side there is GCOM's main office on the East Coast. Call your family, find out if they voted. Somebody said Wendy said everything is smooth in Linden. Thanks for that update, Wendy. Everything is smooth in Linden. Hi, critic. I have no one to watch. I cannot take her with me to cast my vote. Will they be allowed? Yes! Yes, you can take your kid with you. You don't have to leave your kid. Take your kid. Go out and vote. Go with your baby. Go with your baby, sweetheart. Go out and vote. You could take your kid. You ain't got nobody for take it. Go with your kid in your hand. Somebody just asked me, hi, critic. I have no one to watch my 4-year-old daughter. Plus, I do not want to leave her out with no one. You know, if I can take her with me to cast my vote, will that be allowed? Yes. Yes, they can't stop you. Go with your baby. Go with your baby. Right? So, a lot of people are confused. They realize there's 2 live feeds we got, right? So you can go with your kids if need be. Long lines at Hopen and more. I know we're going in here why the video stopped. Long lines at Hopen and more. Let me put critic live feed from the road. Let me change the setting there. Because people confused and they want to know where then I get it next. But me seeing nothing here, this is my problem. I hear a sound, me getting a video. Okay, okay. Oh, like the bigger you open the screen is the more problem. So you see voting in the grounds, they got tents. Yeah, Mario, stop there. Let me get a good look at the thing. Come out there. I want to see that them 10 thing. Let Michael pull in the car now.
Yes.
You come out and give me a good look at what's going on. They put me on the speakerphone.
Good.
So I want a good look at this.
Yeah, there's to see that.
The video is a little slow. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I got them to see that.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on 1 minute for me.
Huh?
Hold on. Beautiful. All right, I seen it now. Yeah. So, how much tents they got? This is where you there, Mario?
This is not command scheme.
That is enterprise area.
Yeah.
Roger that. So they got 3 tents there. Kalingin, Roger, Kalingin. The big man done vote, ask if he done vote.
Yeah, you vote already. You guys are American.
Okay, Roger. So that's what seen on the bridge, the policeman up on the bridge there?
Yeah.
So we got security. Watch your camera, watching your camera screen, Mario. When you're thinking, watching your camera screen so you can see what you're showing. You know, watch up top. Yeah. So we got like, I see another police there, beautiful. So you got security in the ground, everything looking good there. And they got a lighting system there for if it gonna run late.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Y'all move on to the next location.
Alright.
I want y'all go up to Enmore. I want to see what's going on in Enmore and then head back down.
And more good.
Roger that. Well, you stop. You're stopping at the villages them going up, but you gonna turn back at Enmore.
Good.
I can head off later. As soon as I done, I can head off to them far from location fast and come back. See.
Good. Alright, good.
So we got feed coming in from Kalingin and a live feed from Kalingin, and them guys. Let me change the header here. The Initiative Election Watch mobile unit bringing a live feed from the road. Alright, safe. So people can now know is what's going on there. Hello, good morning. You're live with the Guyanese Critic. Hello. Geeta Singh, what really you asking? Stop asking stupid questions. You didn't been a vote. What nonsense you're asking people? Yeah, stop asking stupid questions. Yeah, gonna get bumped up. Stop asking dumb questions. Is it true? Is it true you're an ass? You're an asshole? Is that true? You know that? You know if that's true? What nonsense you're asking? You in there, you ain't voting, but you're asking questions to create confusion. If you ain't go there, you will see that nobody showing me, is it true? If you got something.
Hello.
Hi.
Is it true?
I forget today we're doing a live international feed, but the international people gotta understand what's going on. Yes, sir. These are real people. We dealing with this country, how we gotta deal with them. Because so Indira, it's very unfortunate. You know, you're trying to spread misinformation. No, you gotta tell them like you stupid. Yes, sir. You gotta put them to the place. So, and there's a bit of confusion on the streets, and some people misunderstand. No. Me ain't got time for them stupidness today. Yes, sir. We gotta keep the calm. They ain't got special way confusion is happening. You ever see what war zones look like? It look like they got any calm there? Yeah? A nice tag there? They got any diplomacy in confusion? Yeah, stop talking stupidness and asking stupid questions. And if you want to know something, what is going on, when it's going on, you send a message to me on WhatsApp at 622-7740. Yes, sir. Don't be an idiot and asking stupid questions. You're not voting, you're not in the country, but you're asking stupidness. Yes, sir? So we getting what's going on in the road? With them man again? Let me start calling people. Good morning, sir. You're live at the Guyanese Critic. Have you voted?
Voted already.
Beautiful. What do you think about the voting process? Tell me about the area and how it went there, what your experience was like. By the way, viewers, this is Dr. Ford's voice you're hearing on the phone. Dr. Ford is the prime ministerial candidate for the new movement. You know, the young professionals have started their own party, the new movement. So, Dr. Ford, give me an update of your experience today.
Well, it was a very smooth experience. I went to the Grove Primary School.
You voted at Grove Secondary School?
Grove Primary School to vote.
Okay.
No incident in terms of, intimidation, violence. And everybody was, peaceful.
Do you think people are satisfied and everybody's getting through?
Yes, it was a very coordinated process.
Beautiful.
Vote without an ID card. So I just want to remind people that although you might not have your ID card, you might have last it, you could still vote.
Good point. If you do not, and let me reaffirm what Dr. Ford is saying, if you do not have your ID card, right? If you do not have your ID card, you can still vote. You just have to make a declaration, sign a declaration that you had an ID card. But again, you have to have your name on the voters list. Your name has to be on the voters list. You would have to be eligible to vote. So if you don't have your ID card, you can still vote by signing a declaration form. So, Dr. Ford, anything you want to leave with the people on the positive side?
Yes, man. Let's exercise your democratic right, right? No matter whoever you're voting for, remember, we had ancestors that died and fought for us to have this type of liberty to choose our leaders, to be a part of the political process. So we got a lot of choices this election, and a lot of new parties that bring a different vision. So just get out there and exercise your franchise, man.
Roger that, Dr. Ford. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Whoa. Good morning, Mr. Gavai. It sounds like you're flying. I'll call you back. You're flying, Mr. Gavaya. Guyanese critic here. Don't worry, we can get a feed there. Good morning, my friend, dear citizens. Remember, tackle coming is large in prime. Call the police. All police predicting. We don't have time for this right now. I have no time for. Well said, critics. Some people just really talk and write real stupidness. I do not like the comment for the same reason. Today, your objective is election on an important topic, and yet the numbskulls talking shit. Roger that. What is going on here? Today, Guyana will hold its first general election since oil began to flow. Vast offshore ain't interested in all them long story. I don't see African Guyanese and all them ain't interested in them story. That's good hope. Have them stop at good hope on the way to end more. They don't pass good hope. Good morning. Give us some updates when you can. Updates you're getting all the time. Alright? So, with these guys there, this look like this is Enterprise. So we're in Enterprise right now. This is Enterprise right now. Well, we had Schumann on earlier. Somebody, people please come out. Make sure the GCOM stamp is working properly and they are 6 digits on your ballot paper for the back. Dozens of people in Enterprise get only 4 digits on their stamp, which means those votes are spoiled and do not and wouldn't be counted. Hello, good morning.
Hey.
How you doing, my brother?
Morning, critic.
Talk to me. I hear you loud and clear. Talk to me, talk to me. Jawar Passad, you get black. You could send up apology. You hear the prison on fire, you get black for stupidity. You hear the prison on fire and got a laughy face. There. We can block you for the fun of it. Because he's a dumbass. You hear the prison on fire. The prison's not on fire. When you come around here and being a dummy, you can get blocked today. Yeah, the connection is poor, my brother. We can talk. The connection is poor. Alright. So what's going on in your neck of the woods? Have you come out and vote? Exercise your right to vote. So we're getting some feed there from inside the Enterprise area. And there are a lot of tents in open field there. I've seen police on the bridge. I've seen police ranks. So you gotta study the safe process. Go down and exercise your franchise. There are some small hiccups. I've been receiving reports of small hiccups slowing up in areas and all these kind of things. But nothing unusual to Guyana's territory. We gotta make sure everybody is afforded the opportunity to vote. My brother, the signal is bad. Let me get for next time. The signal bad like hell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I never the right, man. Yeah, don't worry. We can talk, man. We can talk. It's just that now a little real in over my head here. So we got some things. Whoa. So let me start calling people. Ralph. Uncle Ralph. Yeah, my brother, talk to me. No truth it, no truth it. Yeah, I heard this all this man. People sharing the old videos and all this to create confusion. No truth it. Say it, my brother, cool. Yeah, right. No truth to any story about any unrest right now in the prison. No truth. If anybody know what's going on, it's the critic that know what's going on here this morning. Yes, sir? So don't waste your time and your energy upon them.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Ramkaran. Do you have Guyanese critic here? Do you have 2 minutes to spare?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got you on my live feed. I'm calling you from my command center, Election Watch Command Center. Can you give me an up? Have you voted?
Yes, I have voted.
Uh-huh. Can you give me a little rundown of how that process went, where you voted, and how you feel about the whole process?
I voted at the Pellier Primary School, which is my polling station in my community. The process went well. It was busy. The lines were long, and there were four polling stations, polling places in the polling station, which is a school, and everything went very smoothly.
Beautiful. So you're satisfied with that?
I'm satisfied with the process. Commissioner Steve Conrad visited, and I had an exchange with him as well.
Okay, so you express your satisfaction to him.
Yes.
Beautiful. Any message do you want to leave with some people home today and them kind of things? You wanna leave any message with the potential voters and the voters?
Well, I would like to tell potential voters to vote early, and when they're finished, to return home. Do not stand around the polling place, and avoid any confrontation with any party.
Beautiful. Thanks, Uncle Ralph, and I will be looking out for updates during the course of the day. I'll call you from time to time if needed.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
So if you want to know what's going on, when it's going on, and how it's going on, you got tuned into the Guyanese Critic. You understand? The realest thing coming out again. They ain't got nobody else got it. What's going to happen? It now mightn't go on like how you want, because this ain't CNN. This ain't BBC. You understand? This ain't them hanky-panky news agency where they're wrong the place. This is the Guyanese Critic. The realest thing coming out of this country. There's been some complaints. No, there ain't been no complaints. You talking crap. We can tell you like how it is. You understand? When you call and you try to put an infused thing and confuse this nation, we can say, yo, you bullshitting. You understand? BS ain't using today. BS is the shark and we ain't using BS today. You understand? Because we can maintain calm. Margaret, yes. A good morning to Uncle Ralph. And you're hearing, right? You're hearing what's going on. We gonna do this thing together. This ain't those pictures that coming in and the people fingers is not a PVP thing, it's not a PNC thing, it's a Guyanese thing where people are exercising their franchise, right? What's going on? Where are we now? Which part of the road this is? So the boys then the Enmore Main Road. Our live feed is coming in from the Enmore Main Road. And all right, let me see what's coming in WhatsApp. If you have voted, send your finger with the ink to 6227740.
Yeah, critic. Sorry there. I just come out from meditation and I want to share some vibes with the Guyana there. So I know if you're still alive or we're doing.
Beautiful. If you want to share positive vibes, this it. This it. But this man remain too much into gaffing. My brother see just come out of meditation. Yeah, my brother, talk to me. Positive vibes. That's what I want to hear.
I just come out of transcendental meditation. So I trained to become a transcendental meditation teacher, which is with this guy called Mahesh Yogi. It's not a religion or anything. It's like a practice. All the big movie stars do it. You understand? It's like also if you're a priest, is do it. If
What you got to share with me? What you got to share with me?
Hindu, just do it. It's about finding self-realization.
We that today is a day to find yourself, guy. And he's trying to find himself. What is the positive message you have to share with us today?
Okay, so I just did a meditation for Guyana. About 3 years ago, I went deep into meditation and I implanted a thought that Guyana gonna find oil. Maybe about five years ago. And I was very intent on it. And I feel like I contributed spiritually towards it. But my hope now today is that we will find peace. Because finding oil is actually leading to corrupt practices. Because it's just like gold. When I worked on a gold mine in Guyana 2 years ago, the greed of the Australians was shown in the daily practices. Because you're so hunting to get this wealth, you're willing to do anything by any means to establish it. So my thing is this: if you find yourself and you know yourself, you're gonna find peace in your baseline way of doing things. And once you have peace, you will be able, by extension, to do everything else successfully. You know, it's like one guy I say, find your meditation. I mean, like find your itation.
Yeah.
Meditation platter. Your itation platter. Well, this kind of meditations make you fix your itation.
Roger.
They don't splatter all over the place. As I tell you, it really helped me while I was on the ship. Because when things were very rough, and I had a lot of challenges, like rocky, and your belly shake up and that kind of thing, it helped me to really calm down. Especially, spending a prolonged time in the environment helped me to really calm down and to deal with whatever I had to deal with. Right now, I do weekly meditations across the Caribbean, and I'm dealing with a teacher in Suriname. She's lead the group, a doctor, right? So we are trying to become a teacher like her, but I gotta do about five months of dedicated meditation. So I actually did some practices before. So this was actually about 6 years ago when I did 6 days of silence at the Artilism Foundation, right? This lady had come from India to do it with us. So
6 days of silence? You ain't talk for 6 days?
6 days of silence. You can't eat meat. You got fast. Every day you're doing like yoga. You're doing like 2-3 hours of yoga in the morning. So I actually did this. If you check it out, it's called Art of Living.
I'm gonna look into it, don't worry.
Yeah, the one is with Sri Ravi Shankar. That's a different meditation. This is not the TM, the transcendental meditation that I did today. Because the one a little more intense. That one is like, it's like a big yoga kind of thing, and you gotta like physically be fit to do certain like positions and everything.
I'm gonna look into it, brother. My brother, we talk. I want to go call these boys and fight to going up on the road.
Exactly. I'm gonna do some more meditation now for Guyana. Because what it is, like when they got big stress in areas, like 300-400 meditators is come is reduce the peace. So at least if I do it as a single person, it might at least help a little bit in quelling the anxiety,
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna try it.
Beautiful. While you're doing meditation, I tense like a ras. I need to do masturbation. But I'll be doing a different thing for release the tensity. You take care. You do your meditation. Safe, brother.
For Guyana.
Roger.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright.
You do your meditation. When I tell you, me and my wife, I gotta do masturbation. You understand? AP and you all know critic break you. Wendy something. Wendy, you get black. Is she put this live okay? Wendy. With black Wendy just for the fun of it. There Wendy there. The hungry bellies and the low lives coming out. My partner said he meditated. These people, listen to me. These people, Guyanese. Here, last day, everybody come with a start play. One plane, everywhere ton. Everywhere ton will play. Lord bless Guyana. You changed their lives. Yes, sir? This is what I watch them. It's like the eyes that saw. Oil, oil, oil. Yes, sir? What, everybody start praying. Everybody come out and start praying. I said, Lord, help me. Yes, sir? I can't make up these things. I can't make up these things at all. You believe Guyana is easy? So my partner that he meditating for things work out for you. Yeah, you're gonna try then. Yeah, meditation. It's a release. Yeah. Me, I don't think so much. I think till sometimes overtake. Good morning to you. Hope you will have a blessed day. Trouble free. We ain't got no trouble. We dey here for start out trouble. We dey here for start trouble out. You understand? We ain't got no trouble. Say meditating. For them people is, you could pray for them. You could do what I can do. If you were there for keep them calm attacking them every minute, meditation, the meditation would scatter. Ponka, please come help that. Yeah, my brother, talk to me. You laugh at the Guyanese critic, the realest thing coming out of Guyana and possibly the world.
Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Talk to
I'm
me.
going to wish the Guyanese people the best in the election with, and also the
Drop card.
new small parties the best. And I wish everybody the best in Guyana. And since you came out and on social media and opened people's eyes about the government, I wish you the best also. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day.
All right, my brother. So that's my Trini friend. We got a Trinidadian friend who came to Guyana, took him around, and he went around too for himself. And he came to Guyana because he saw the videos that I was doing. So them buys they and more. You got going in more. You got going in more. Plug it in there for me and bring the thing for. Yeah, Mario. I'm glad if y'all could go in a little bit in Enmore. I see you drive past there. Y'all went in Enmore?
Where we went to.
You went in there, beautiful. When you're going back down, make sure we catch them Buxton, the schools them and thing. I want to know what's going on in Buxton.
Alright.
Roger, as you're going down, put the line there.
Right.
Safe.
Keep going.
Roger that.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. Everything will jump off. Well, bring it here. Bring it here. Bring the plug here. Bring the drop cord here. And just bring that these cable from inside, please. And bring it here. All right, we got to deal with some things. I received some reports of numbers. Who else we got? Camera activate. Let's see. How long we there in here? We're doing a 4-hour stretch. We don't do 2 hours out of the stretch. And in the last hour, I want to start educating people on the process. Let me show you what it looks like. I got some photos here that I want to share with you. What the ballots will look like. What to look for. What the hell? Alright, so where's the feed with them boys there? I don't ask them for go through box thing. I ask them for drive down the line tap and see what's going on. This is whiny road, is what it is. This is this whiny road now. Where are we right now, Mario?
Huh?
Where are you guys right now? Melanie. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Let me see what polling station you got there. Alright, so if you do your thing, y'all do your thing. Hello, good morning. You're live with the Guyanese Critic.
Hi, good morning, Critic.
Talk to me.
In Barbados, we're having a problem here with the system, the polling station has to vote in Rising Sun, but when they finish voting there, they clean their nail and they're going to Belgium to vote.
You got me confused. Please go that over again.
Okay, so the district is from Weldad to Rising Sun. That's where you have to go vote in Rising Sun. From Golden Place to Belgium, have to go vote in Belgium.
That is how it normally works.
Good.
Yes.
Now the Weldad people, they're voting at Weldad, Rising Sun, sorry, and then they're cleaning their fingers and they're going to Belgium to vote.
Who are those people?
I don't know who are those people, but this morning when we went, they were there. The Weldad people were there at Belgium polling station, ready to vote again.
Do you have photographs of people at 2 different polling stations?
No, I don't. But I know that they're from Weldad.
How were you doing at 2 different polling stations?
No, I know they're from Weldad and I know they have to vote in Rising Sun.
You know the individuals in specifically?
I do.
How much of them?
Like approximately 5 of them.
Is a family?
No, not family.
Alright, please send all the information to me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So somebody's suggesting that people are voting at 2 different locations until things like that can be verified. Because you have people who are going to. Yes, and if you see something going on wrong, take out photographs. Don't come with no fancy story. Because I'm telling you, I've talked to people that I know personally and they would lie. This is big. They would lie. You got people lying all the time. You understand? So, I want you to show me. I want you to show me what's going on. Take photographs. You see people at 2 different places, take photographs. You understand me? They would lie. If you feel it's so important, we gotta get evidence. We got to get evidence. You understand? Good. We can have people looking into it though. Don't worry, because when we catch you, well,
I've been making my observations on in South. I haven't gone out of South, but I've been up since 2:30 with the deployment of the boxes from the staging areas, and I've monitored from District 1 to 10, and I was very satisfied that we all got there long before 6 o'clock to facilitate our processing and the preparation for the opening of the poll at 6. In Georgetown, here in South Georgetown, the agents were on time, they identified themselves, and they were allowed into the polling stations. And I'm happy from all that I've seen at about 12 polling stations. Things are seemingly going very okay. I've seen the local observers, I've seen the OAS. They're doing their role, they're playing their part. So at 7:12 or 7:13 on Monday the 2nd, from my vantage point, everything is going well.
When is GCOM likely to have its first briefing for the day?
I am not sure about timings, but I'm sure Madam Chair will avail herself and with members of the media and the PRO to facilitate such.
Mr. Lowenfield, based on your experiences with other elections, looking from this moment going forward, the possibility of anything untoward happening with regard to the conduct and how staff would have been trained to handle any eventualities?
Well, I'm satisfied with the training of the staff. However, I've received reports that they're not performing at the optimum at this point in time. I've already received reports where 5 tendered ballots were used. One report indicated that the tendered ballot is a ballot used that is not counted. I have that report on staffing and some areas I've went to. It's just a matter of organization so that the signage is okay. It's an alpha split. It's A to M. It should have been placed there and very conspicuous, and with the arrow indicating clearly what should happen. And I put that down to the staff of the different areas. But generally, those are the reports I've received, and I trust it's at best very minimal across the spectrum.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Man, listen to me. We gotta be conscious, right? This is the same people going in to Republic Bank. A lot of people walking in and out here. The process goes on. So tell me where you're from this morning and show me if you voted. We got a live feed coming in from the road. Oh yes, if you see somebody and you know they went to the next polling station and you see them, you tell the police right there. That's not you walk, let the police do that. You tell the police right there. Let me complete this song, man. Let me go again. Hear the tune, hear the tune, hear the tune. I'm coming. You know what?
Pressures of life and it up. No stay down, mama time to get up. No matter with the down, full style, should be up, full vibe. Not to get up, and the bills and the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah. When the chalice and your best friends are gone and it's only you. Like a pastor with the music, scanning sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget the troubles and the rock with me. You know, feel like the music sweet. Yeah, it's scanning sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget the troubles and the rock. You know, feel like the music sweet. Yeah, it's scanning sweet. For every pain there's a melody, yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So make us sing together. And who say like the order?
Let's know what Malik you want to come out for. Margaret Nelson, like you looking for get black today, what really wrong with you? Where you jumping the gun for? You're there wrong too long that you get stripping and feel that you can't get black? Yeah, yesterday all them things to educate people and tell people going on. Don't come here today with stripping it.
Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget the troubles and the rock with me. You know, feel reggae music sweet. Yeah, it's like sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free.
I gotta get a sister. I got another sister. The thing is, I don't trust nobody. You know what we're talking about? It's a pivotal time in this country. We gotta keep it real. Can't afford for nobody bringing no wrong information and all them things there. We gotta keep it real. Y'all ain't paying attention to this going on in. Next thing you think somebody, they just talk one wrong, talking is confusion. Me looking for that. I want you just saying nothing here, Margaret. I want you just saying nothing here. What's going on? You didn't just say nothing yesterday, the day before. You had all the days there for just say. I don't want nobody just saying nothing here. Me want nobody camping here. Me want no confusion going on around here. This is about staying focused. What to do today. Confusion going on around here. This is about staying focused. What to do today. The best you could tell me is come out and vote. Hello, good morning. You're live with the critic.
Good morning, Mr. Critic. I'm a diamond secondary here. I have an auntie who's with me. She cannot go up the step and her name is all the way up the step. I don't know what to do in a situation like this.
She what?
She cannot find the step. He has a walker and she cannot go upstairs.
Whoa, we gotta get somebody for help shop there, baby. You gotta ask them people where they're right there. They got people in the line. Is a line?
I'm by the gate with her so we just gotta get her up. Somebody cannot come downstairs.
Are there police ranks there?
I think this is the front closed off.
The what? Yes, but listen to me. I want you to focus on one thing.
Yes.
Are there police ranks there?
No, I'm here with her, and that's two other elderly gentlemen with me here with her. No police ranks here.
There's nobody else at the Diamond police station?
No, I'm at the gate. Sorry, yes, you have other people in the line, but
Well, just ask somebody nicely to assist her up. Here was the problem. At those... Yes, sweetheart. Ask anyone, the people in the line there, let her try to help her get up the steps. Right? We gotta see certain things, we gotta see how best we can work it out. The system can adjust for 400 something thousand people, everybody individually, right? Alright, sweetheart, cool. Stay strong. Vote right. Yeah. Critic, where are you in election day ad? My party is the winning ticket. Okay, this one when we black Joseph faster. Anybody else want to play the campaigning? Yeah, we just blocked Joseph faster. So what's going on here? What am I looking at? This is... Okay, so I've seen a lot of tents on the road. I've seen people on the road, people out in the numbers to vote. Nice. Come out and vote, people. You can watch. Come out and vote, people. You see the problem? Every time you try for call this Joseph Harmon, I just try for call. You try for call him, they don't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? You don't need them thing now. You call anybody else, they answering the phone. You know, like call people answer me, you know. Don't answer the phone.
Your call is being...
You call any government affiliated people that don't answer the phone. I call him mayor. I call... called the mayor. I called James Bunn. I called Joseph Harmon. You can't get anything nobody. Well, we call Barjag you.
Your called party is not available. Your call.
Your finale. And mama's in there, a room counting. There's so much there. There's so much. Sit in there. Hi, good morning, my brother. Guyanese critic here. Do you got 2 minutes to spare me to give me an update as to what's going on? You voted already?
Yes, of course, I voted already, and I'm in the field now. Can I call you back in a little bit?
Beautiful, because I'm on a live and everybody wants an update as to what's going on and how it's going on and if you're satisfied.
All right, great. I'll call you back. We're doing great. We're heading towards victory. I'll call you back.
Roger that. So we get, so we headed towards victory. So early in the morning. This is getting exciting. The rest in answering the phone. Yes, sir. He still gave a fit to a little call towards victory rest calculator. Skirts! Tires spinning up and big. Hey, you know, we just got to enjoy this thing. We just got to enjoy this thing. Hi, Uncle Jerry. Critic here. I've got you live. I want to know if you voted and give me an update. Where you voted and how did that process go? Are you satisfied?
Actually, I'm observing the elections with the U.S. ambassador and the British High Commission, and we took off from Oval at 7 o'clock this morning, and we went to Hampton 14 years ago. Now we're in Bartica, and then we go into Linden and Skelton and Rose Hall, Albion, and Amsterdam. So right now we are doing what we've seen so far in these areas. The vote is going very, very smoothly and efficiently.
Beautiful. And the American ambassador and Canadian High Commissioner obviously share those same sentiments.
Yes, absolutely. We have seen nothing that is alarming there.
Beautiful. I'll call from time to time for an update, or if you got the time, just drop it for me as you land at different locations. Roger, thanks a million.
Right.
So you would have heard from the president of the Private Sector Commission, Jerry Govaya. He is presently with the American ambassador and the British High Commissioner. They're part of an observer mission that's going across the country. He landed at Hampton Court. I think they're presently in Bartica. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Mr. Critic.
Talk to me.
I'm calling to find out if you could give me some advice. I have a business on the West Coast, a bar, and I have my neighbor, they do fishing business. So when I finish this fishing business, and all the fish...
Is this thing related to voting?
I finished voting.
No. Is it what you're talking about related to voting?
No, dear.
Give me a call back tomorrow about it. Anything with voting, irregularity, positivity, or whatever, you could call me with that. Nothing else we deal with it today. Roger, sweetheart. Yeah, give me a call tomorrow. Hey. Fishy business? This could turn into fishy business right now with who we deal with. Right? Oh, so what's going on in the road? Let's go and see what's going on in the road with the boys them. What is going on in the road? You have 2 lives running. You don't worry. We got that's for good reason. A lot of just sitting in the toilet This kind of stress does make me belly hot. Oh my mama. That man understand your feelings there. Yeah. So what's going on in the road? Let me take an update from the boys on the road. Where are they? You have a live feed from the road, right? Them banner been through Camberville, Kitty, East Coast. They're gonna head up the East Bank, West Coast to give you an idea of what's going on in live time in Guyana, right? Yeah, no fishy business today. Right now we try to focus on this, make sure no fishy business after the election. You understand? Yeah, we ain't got no time with no fishy business today. Call some other time. There's a wrong thing you doing there. Right, sir? Let me call back the mayor. Find out what's going on. So you just got an update from Captain Jerry Gavaya, who is with the American Ambassador and British High Commissioner. And they are going across the country and looking at different... Hi, good morning, Mr. Mayor. Michael Rodriguez, better known as the Guyanese critic. I'm calling to find out... I have you live. I want to know if you voted. And I want to know if you're satisfied with the process. Please, the people are listening.
Yes, I voted at Christ Church School this morning. And I am pleased what I'm seeing. But only one problem I observed so far at St. Ambrose School.
Yeah.
That is in Alberton. There is a GCOM staff who frustrating voters to vote there. That is the only thing I observe. Is a young man and he's collecting people ID card. He works at GCOM. But I know when you go in there, you have an information desk. But he taking people ID inside when they finish from the information desk and check it back on his phone.
Have you made a report to the returning officer?
Well, yes, we did. I did source it to my people.
Okay, Mr. Mayor. So you're satisfied with the process, how it's going so far?
So far, so good, but the presiding officers, GCOM staff, they're doing a fine job, but they need to move a little more fast.
Yeah, but don't forget, Mr. Mayor, while you're going across this country and looking at it, because I'm going to call you from time to time for updates. Do not forget, because you're observing too, right?
Yes.
Don't forget, it's a Guyanese thing. We line up and create, we allow confusion from Republic Bank. We got confusion by KFC. There's always confusion with being lining up. So it's just that we all have this anxiety now because we have so much riding on the line. Everybody noticing now. But it's the lineup country we're in. So you gotta stay with me and confusion. Safe, Chief. Take care. Thanks for the update. So that is the mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narain. You would have heard there, and he said he's very much satisfied with the process. He spoke of one hiccup where a GCOM staff is collecting people ID card. Is dissatisfied with that? Right away, you make a report to the returning officer or the person in charge of the operation for the region, and that would be Region 4. So, okay, we there. I am seeing we are at, I think we're in LBI right now. Yes, that is LBI. So the boys are in LBI. No TV station and bring this info, credible, real time, large up critic. No, do not be confused. Do not be confused. And anybody want to use a feed from our thing, you're gonna use me commentary. My commentary might not be suiting for TV. You understand? I don't really tailor myself that much. And I can tell you, we need no tailoring this morning. We need real thing. We need facts. We need to be dealing with things in live update. You heard just now from the mayor, Ubraj and Ryan. He voted. He's satisfied with the process. He witnessed one hiccup. You heard before from Captain Jerry Gavaya, who's the president of the Private Sector Commission, and he is flying across Guyana with the with some observers, which include the American ambassador and the... Hello, good morning. You're live with the Guyanese Critic.
Hey, morning, all right. Find out something from you. My name is Moira. I live in Unity, right? Yeah, my community. And she got the old ID card that was issued in 2006. Now, when she went to vote this morning, they said she can't use it to vote.
Is she on the voters list?
Sorry?
Is she on the voters list?
Yeah, she's on the voters list.
She just has to make a declaration that she has an ID card. She don't tell them, she tell her she don't have an ID card.
Okay, but if she went with her old ID card in 2001, it's 2006.
Providing she is on the voters list, sir, listen to me again. Providing she is on the voter list, nobody can stop her from voting. So she presents herself and she said, tell them I am here to vote. And they will tell, I don't have my ID card, I am here to vote. They will tell her what is the next step to do. She just got to sign a declaration form.
Okay, sir.
Providing she's on the list. Roger that, my brother. Cool. If you're on the voters list, you can't be stopped from voting as a result of not having an ID card. Once you're on the list, don't ever get confused with that. Right? What's going on here? So we down the road. Let me get an update from them guys. Yes, you heard from Captain Jerry Gavai, who is the president of the Private Sector Commission. You heard from a short, brief thing about from Irfan Ali. I'm going to try to get something from everybody. Let's start calling in news agencies now.
Your called party is not available. Your call.
So I know we're going in with I ain't get James Bond. I ain't get Harmon. We gotta get updates from people all across the country. Good morning, my brother. James, I got you live here from my command center election watch. Give us an update. Have you voted and what do you think about the process? Huh? Have you voted? Where you voted and how is the process?
I have not voted. I've not got a chance to vote as yet, but I've been so busy.
I hear you helping people. I could hear in the background you're telling people things ahead.
Yes, I'm assisting.
So
it's very busy morning, and a very busy morning. Sort of secret. I'll be voting as soon as I finish my duties here in Georgia. I'm heading to Kudu to vote. But it's a peaceful process, and you're enjoying it. You're enjoying it.
beautiful. You're satisfied with the process.
Extremely sad. There's always cases where persons they are custom for a particular place, and for some reason their places of poll are in probably the East Coast or on the west side.
Little clerical mix up.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking into that right now with a gentleman. He votes that he normally votes into fire from his school in Magna. But his place, the poll, let me check it, is way up in there more.
Whoa. All right. We got to try. Roger that. Keep the good work up, my brother. And I'll call during the day to get updates from time to time.
No problem.
Thank you. So you've just heard from James Bond. Go cast all your vote AP and you Nicholas Bailey, you just get black. I tell you, I'll do not come campaigning here. You can't tell people how to vote here. Today is the main fact. You gotta help people, right, and move forward. If you're coming on here for campaign, you will be black. Don't worry.
Your call is being forwarded to.
Well, Garden Mosley black me. I tell you, Garden Mosley black me. I black heap on my Facebook. So when he unblock me on the phone, I can unblock him from the Facebook. So yeah, I could send you over the message when you want to know this morning why he's not seeing the Guyanese Critic Live. A blackie. Every time I call Garden Mosley, he phone going to voicemail. I hear he telling me he ain't block me. Listen to this.
Your call is being forwarded.
He blocked me on his phone. So what I did, I blocked Garden Mosley for me live, for me Facebook live. You understand? When he blocked me from my phone, I can unblock you for me live. And today he must be come on, Captain. I ain't seen critic in doing not. No, my brother, you get black. You understand? I block you. The only campaign going on today is critic blocking campaign. Paul? Yeah, come check them door, the front door. So for me, there's some movement to the front door. We're going at it. Yeah. Yeah, after Blackie. After Blackie. Every time I call you, watch. This kind of deceitfulness I can't take. Watch.
Your call is being forwarded.
How are you going to voicemail if the man block me? You understand?
You have reached the voice.
All the time. And every time he did on some program, he been busy all the time. If I bring your phone, son, bring your phone fast. If I call another phone, watch. Watch. Hold on, we can deal with you just now. Hi, Uncle Adam. Critic here, good morning. I am live from my command center, the Critic Election Watch Command Center, and I just called to find out if you've... I'm calling you for an update. Have you voted? I'm live with the voter, with the country, and have you voted, and what do you think about the process?
Well, the process is interesting. I've been in this line waiting to cast my vote, and I was impressed by the youth turnout. I hope the young people have turned out, and I suspect that they want to have a say in their future. I'm a Tocqueville.
Yeah.
And the process is going smoothly. A bit slow, but smooth.
Okay. Thanks for the update, Uncle Adam.
It's all right. I'm good.
Raj, I'll call you. I'll call you when you finish to get a full in capture of what really transpired and because when you don't get ink on your finger, how the process went for you, right?
It's all right. But you talk to me. Have you voted?
Not as yet. I run in a 4-hour live. As soon as I finish it, I go in, I voted in Albay Stone.
It's all right. Everybody say that, and before you know it, the day is out, and then they all oh my God.
No. Uncle Adam, you gotta remember a lot of people. I am one of the persons that lead in this country, so I gotta show my finger. But what I try to do, I come out, I call in everybody. I just call Uncle Jerry. He there with the American ambassador and the British High Commissioner. They going across the country. I just call the mayor. I just call James Bond. So I'm trying to get the consensus, what's going on, you know, how it's going on. But I have to go and vote. I can't not vote. And I'm trying to show people that this is the right way to go and expressing your the right
Franchise. Yeah.
your franchise, you know. So I will be voting, Uncle Adam. I going out there and vote, don't worry.
I hear you.
Raj, Uncle Adam, thanks.
All right, good.
So that is Adam Harris, the voice of Adam Harris. You just heard there, the editor-in-chief down at Kaichur News. Watch. Let me call this one. Let me show you how this was going on. It's a low life thing. I don't depend on these things, man. Yeah? I don't depend on these shibboleths. Right there. Now somebody must done call you quick and tell you the man will call you. I hope not.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Just to provide you with a quick reminder that today elections were all across the country at 2,339 polling stations. And just to provide you with a quick breakdown of those numbers by district. In Region 1, we have 99 polling stations. where we have 18,952 electors. In Region 2, 135 polling stations with 37,979 electors. In Region 3, 355 polling stations with 100,758 electors. In Region 4, 879 polling stations with 285,618 electors. In Region 5, 158 polling stations with 44,663 electors. In Region 6, 378 polling stations with 99,131 electors. In Region 7, 82 polling stations with 14,887 electors. Region 8, 55 polling stations with 7,431 electors. In Region 9, 73 polling stations with 17,771 electors. And in Region 10, 125 polling stations with 33,808 electors. At this time, I now ask the Chief Election Officer to provide you with some remarks based on his observations in the field this morning, the current status and our engagement as it relates to the rest of the day.
Thank you very much, Yolanda.
The flowers.
Thank you very much, Yolanda. I have received...
The mic switch has to be on.
Thanks, Doc. My day started relatively early this morning, much earlier than Madam Chair. I was up at 2:30 to monitor the movement of the ballot boxes from their respective staging areas across the country to get them to their polling stations on or before 0530 hours, which would have facilitated the preparatory arrangements by the presiding officers and the agents of the respective parties as far as checking in the presence of the agents the contents of those boxes, the issuance of the list, well, all lists, and the folios as required, and ensuring the polling stations are all ready at about 5:45 before the presiding officer announces that the poll is open at 0600 hours. From all indications, from all reports I've received across the spectrum from districts 1 to 10, the arrangement for the deployment of those boxes that were intended to be deployed today was done and arrived at their respective locations on time, with the exception of one box for New River. We have one polling station at a location called Cashew Island with 11 electors. It's in a movement. It belongs to District 6, and we departed about 9:30 this morning. That was part of the plan. We did not want to move at 04, so when we get there, would have been misty, and the aircraft would have had to either go across eastward or turn back to a
a close location where it could have landed. So that was part of the plan, really. We could not have been there for 06. We are currently en route to New River to facilitate the voting of those 11 Guyanese on Calshie Island. As far as other reports, so right across the spectrum, we started on time. There were very many calls early this morning for clarifications from election agents. Issues were varied relative to the proficiency of our staff at crowded locations where we have our information clerks. It was reported that our information clerks were not aiding the process. The issue is that at one polling place, for example, we'll have 7, 8, 9 polling stations. Based on the configuration of that school, as it were, the information clerks are placed at a location where when electors enter the compound, they can, if they so desire, engage to conform exactly which of the 5, 7, 9 classrooms in the school they're supposed to. They're required to exercise their franchise. That did not go well in all places this morning, and that was reported to me. As a matter of fact, one agent told me that the presence of information clerks can be deemed slows the process, particularly in where he would have observed or he would have been present on these coasts, and also in Ayfield, Sophia. Both of those locations in Strathspey and in Ayfield, they were corrected. So in the main, most of the issues raised by parties, particularly the agents of parties, they were corrected at all locations. I visited in and around South Georgetown, and I proceeded as far as Crane on the west side. 2 issues emerged over in Crane. An issue where an elector came to vote and was told that she had already voted. Further checks would have shown that that was not so. On entering the building just now, I was told there is a similar situation at the old mosque up the road here in Rumveld. I've asked the DR in that location to do an investigation to determine the accuracy of that report. So those are the reports. I've had a report also from a local observer that advised that at Providence on the East Bank of Demerara, that the agent was not being, even though properly accredited with the badge, was not allowed in. That was also corrected. So as the issues emerged, and I'm sure during the course of the day, as to what is, efforts will be made to resolve those issues. And I'm sure as far as the issue of the information clerks, by now they would have been no doubt gotten into their stride and ensure there is a smooth flow that ensures that at the end of the day, all electors listed at all the polling stations would have been afforded an opportunity to exercise their franchise. Thank you. That's all I have for you for now.
Thank you very much, CEO. I'll now invite any questions you may have.
My thinking is that you have done your due diligence.
clerk.
If that's the case, why do you think it was
I don't want to say nervousness. When I went to Lodge Secondary, for example, and also to the South Rumpel Secondary, the crowd was massive. I mean, I'm happy that the electors indeed and in fact in location came up pretty early to ensure that happens. And my own view is the nervousness on the part of those clerks. A clerk told me, Chief, your laptop isn't coming on. I will want to, it's casual, it's not based on any empirical evidence, but at a glance I will deduce that that is probably what would have occurred. Nervousness on some relatively young information clerks. But it's not empirical, you know, a quick study shows that. Campaign banners, Josh.
Campaign banners around Georgetown. We have no issue. No, if nobody is there and asking people to vote them, it's just the banners around. They're flags all over the place.
So do you have any concerns that that could sway people in any particular?
The political parties would have already on Saturday made their show to their and they made their appeal to their to their electors and supporters. So we don't I do not see anything wrong with the banners around.
Mr. Lowenfield, Dennis Shabral, News Talk Radio, Demerara Waves. Sir, could you say how have the arrangements been working out with the polling places, the tents that you've established that you had facilitated as a result of the opposition? As a result of the opposition's request to GCOM, how are those tents and so on working out?
I have not received any untoward reports to date. I did on Saturday on the East Coast corridor familiarize myself with the locations. We had not yet put up tents as far as our own preparations on the grounds in Falls, 2 locations in Falls, in Enterprise. I went to the ground in Paradise itself. So I know of the locations, and our own planning would have seen us ensuring that those tents are in place last evening. All the paraphernalia required, the tentage, the toilets, the lighting and all that there was. So as far as the infrastructure, I'm aware of its establishment, but how it's impacting on electors at this point in time, I cannot say with any surety. I'll afford myself an opportunity to visit to see the impact so I can bring you up to speed when we engage later in the day.
NCN.
Thank you. Radha Motilal, NCN News. There's a query about the proxy voting for incapacitated persons. Is the proxy alone allowed to vote, or do they have to bring the person with them to the place of poll? And secondly, earlier we received some complaints via social media about the stamping with the 6 digits. That's at some places the stamps, whether it's an issue or not, just 4 or 5 of the digits are rolling onto the ballot. Would those be considered spoiled if an error is to occur and not all 6 digits are printed on?
Well, the intent is clear as far as once it says 6 digits. So if one is missing, the intent to ensure that voter stamp is very clear and makes it a very valid arrangement. On the first question, a proxy is issued for you to vote for me. I don't have to be there. So I'm not sure if it is you're saying that both parties, the approved individual and the persons who would have been incarcerated, for whatever reason, whether it's incapacitation or whatever reason, has to be there. An application was made for a proxy. GCOM, along with agents from the respective parties, would have done an investigation to ascertain that the reason as stipulated in the application, it is true and correct. Once that investigation is done and it is shown that it is correct, the reason that you have stated for your application is correct, then the proxy is approved. If approved, you don't have to come with me. Because we've established that we belong to the same list, meaning we're voting at the same station, and the investigation would have determined that anyway. So there is no need to. I don't know if your question suggests that both parties have to be there. Both parties. In what way in particular?
It's communication. We're going back and forth here. I'm verifying.
Okay. But that's the procedure. There is no need for both parties to be there.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Kindly use the microphone, please.
Bob James, Nightly News. Just to revisit the issue with the ballot paper having 6 digits, as the young lady stated before, that 1 digit was missing. Would GCOM take any corrective measures to make?
Correct. I think what is needed once information is provided to us or provided to the returning officers, efforts will be made to have that situation corrected immediately. What is happening as far as you said, our preparation, is that catering for such scenarios, the ROs will have in their possessions and probably would have provided or delegated to their supervisors extra ink, extra stamp, catering for the same scenarios as mentioned, so that should any of these would have arisen as reported in the case of the stamp, the supervisor, the clerk or some responsible officer would have been, once the report is received, placed.
Mr. Lowenfield, just a quick question. Could you say with any certainty when we are likely to see results coming in, to the extent that we'll be able to see a pattern developing?
Results or the tabulation?
Well, tabulation, I know in previous elections we get results coming in through your various methods. They're announced or provided. Not the final results, I'm talking.
Well, not the final.
No.
The first result you'll have relative to polling stations will be, as the law provides, that at every polling station, at the close of poll and at the completion of the count, they'll be posted outside of the polling stations at a conspicuous location a statement of poll. So step one is that we assume that at the end of the day, at 2,339 localities across the spectrum, we'll be having those statements. The second movement, which is to ensure, and the law provides for the returning officer and for the chief election officer to receive his copy or their copies of the statements. Those statements will be received by, well, in the first instance from the DROs, who will be moving to each of the stations within their respective span of control, say 10, 12, 9 statements. These DROs will be accompanied by agents of the respective parties to ensure the statements. And the boxes are collected. The boxes will be taken to the staging areas where they will be secured. And there is onward transmission of the statements to all the returning officers across districts 1 to 10. At the offices of the returning officers' offices, there will be a verification of the information on each of those statements, wherein the returning officers will be verifying the contents of his statement. That is to say, for the 99 localities in one, the RO will be saying to you, the media, to the agents in the respective districts belonging to the respective parties, to the agents, media, to the observers, the contents of each statement. That is to say, party 5, party B5, party C5, party D5. So they're doing the same. So once that is completed, the RO will declare the results of those particular districts. Sorry, in Guyana, as you're well aware, there are some districts where all the returns will not be in tonight. Some will be arriving tomorrow morning. So we'll go through that iteration to ensure the public within those specific districts are made aware of the numbers for all the contesting parties, so that the public can do their own addition before the returning officer declares his or her district. So that happens when that is completed. Once the returning officers clear their declarations, will be forwarded to the CEO, who will, by simple arithmetic, add the declarations of the 10 declared results before he declares. So there's the process as envisaged. And no, sir, I cannot say with any certainty exactly when we'll arrive here. In the earliest possible time, no doubt.
Mr. Chief Elections Officer Neil Marks, could I just clarify you on that last comment? I just want to make sure I get it correctly.
I know it.
I want to get it on the record. Do you have to wait and physically receive and verify for yourself before the returning officers in the regions are able to declare their results? And I have a couple of quick clarifications after.
The activities are concurrent. The RO receives, and the RO has a responsibility to forward the statements for the CEO to the CEO. So he receives his. He'll be informing the agents of the respective parties in his district as to the time when that exercise will commence. While he's going through that iteration, I have mine, so I'll be getting to a number before he does, logically, so that by the time he concludes, I would have concluded, because while he's going through that, I don't have that verification to do with the public or with the agents. So I'll get my numbers in before he would have gotten there.
Sir, could you Sir, could you clarify a few things that made people very antsy in the polling stations I visited this morning? One, they were saying that when as soon as they finish voting and they put their finger in the ink and it comes off right away. And so that has been, can you clarify what's happening with that? Second, could you...
I can tell you this. In relation to the ink, it gets dark because you can see my finger now.
So they could wipe it off early, but later on it gets dark?
Yes, it would still...
And what's the issue with people not being able to take their cell phones into the polling station? They said they weren't told that before, and people showed up and they didn't want to leave their phones in a bin, and people started quarreling about that.
Look, as far as electronic devices in polling station, it's contrary to the laws of elections management in Guyana. It's specifically what you're referencing. You're saying persons went there and there was no receptacle for them to leave their phones?
Or there was, but they just didn't want to leave it because they could.
Okay. And therefore they retreated out of the polling station to...
No, they quarreled. You know, like...
To conceal and then give their grandmother and then they... Okay.
So is that a rule, I'm asking, no cell phones in the polling stations?
Well, if your cell phone is concealed, Neil, we won't see it, so you don't have to put it in the receptacle. We're not doing any body or cavity search for phones. You come into the station, I don't see your phone, there is no question asked. If you come with your phone in your top pocket that is visible to the team within the station, then we'll ask for you to kindly use the receptacle as provided for it to be there until you go through the process, and on your way out you retrieve. But if it's concealed, whether in your back pocket or not, the staff will not be asking you to so do. It's what is visible to the team, and we're not doing any search to find out what you have or where you have it.
Mr. Dorfield, the Carter Center publicly called on GCOM to make available the tabulation procedures to the stakeholders, which includes political parties, the media, and other entities. Has this been done?
I think I've said to all and sundry exactly what we will be doing as it relates to the tabulation procedure, the same as I've iterated to you what we will be doing across the country at the appropriate time when the returning officers wants to commence that process. For example, in Region 1, the parties contesting, we will provide in layman's term a broadsheet. It says party A, B, C, D. There are 5 of them, I think, in one. And we'll go through. We can do it soft. It's hard, so that if you arrive late, when we are reading out polling station 12, you can look on the board and see polling stations 1 to 11. So that is what we'll do. So, for example, in Region 1, we will start this evening and stop because the RO may only have received statements for the Mabaroom and immediate environs. So he may stop. Then about 3 a.m. he will be receiving those from the Port Kaituma sub-district, so the exercise starts again. So there is a historical from polling station 1 to whatever that is listed on board. So one can merely refresh, or if they were not there before, have an indication as to what obtained and what the results are for the polling stations at Mabaroom and its immediate environs. And then we move to Port Kaituma. And then tomorrow, because the water, as you know, is low, the Barama and the Waini rivers, we'll be flying those in tomorrow along with that from Baramito. So we start, and that's why the visible historical on that blackboard is there. We can all do it pretty soft, but we'll ensure that that is there for the process, because we have start-stops. In Region 4, for example, I envisage that we will start and move through to its conclusion. Because we're here along the coast, the Emerald River, Susanna's Ross, and those places will be in, probably in the wee hours of the morning, but we can start and move through the process in one evening right across here. Region 3, same thing, barring, well, Macquarie could get to Perico this evening, and their side on their bank of the Demerara River also. So we'll start and stop, provide what called a historical pattern as to what obtained from those there who should he or she has to stop be doing that. So any observer, an agent who for some reason or the other isn't there will have the trend displayed on a board or on calc in the respective districts.
Trying to ascertain, Mr. Lowenfield, is whether indeed you did accede to the request by the Carter Center to make all of these procedures known to the stakeholders, because that appeared to have been a concern by the center and probably by stakeholders who may have raised it with them.
Right. I agree with the observation made, and exactly what the observation is what we're doing to ensure the public, well, all stakeholders, those with interest, and the general public is made aware as to what it is. This is Region 1, these are the results. Station by station by station. So they can utilize or do their own analytics with those numbers if they so desire.
Mr. CEO, can I ask you if the time for the close of poll comes at 6, what happens if there are a lot of electors left in the line?
Our laws are very clear as to the procedure for the close of poll. Excuse me. If at the close of poll we have electors still in the line, the security rank who is assigned, and to each polling station there is a rank assigned, he will be instructed by the presiding officer to go to the end of the line. And it is wherever he stands, he or she stands, will be the last person in the line who will be allowed to vote. Even though that procedure will take us beyond 6 o'clock hour. It's part of the laws that govern the conduct of elections in there.
And Ms. Lowenfield, if the line extends outside the perimeter of the building, this officer will go to the last person.
Yes, to the last person. Where the line goes to that part of the polling station.
Right. Thank you.
Randall Jeffrey, Channel 2 Headline News. My polling station had 3 or 4 different lines going in different directions. Line A, B, C, D.
No, there is no 4 line at one station. For every polling station, there is 1 line. In our polling stations, we have divisions by alpha. So you are in division 411, 211, B. There's an alpha split that speaks to persons whose surnames are from Albert to Lowenfield. You have your own station. Because the persons whose surnames lettered A12, they are 350 and they are voting in their polling station. The persons lettered in the same locale, numbered M to O, they're in line 2 at the same place. So they have their own box, they have their own line. So there are no 4 lines per station. There is 1 line per station. It goes numerically, or if it's not a what we call an alpha split, meaning your name's in alphabetical order based on the amount is split into many parts. At stations, you belong to 22111. In the same building, maybe 2211112. So you belong to a different division. So we're not at the same in the same line as before.
Colleagues, thank you very much. Just for the viewing public, I want to remind that polling closes at 6. I think our next press briefing, all things being equal, will be at the close of poll. If there is anything that requires an update before that time, you will be adequately informed when that press briefing will be. But at the moment, I think we can go for the close of poll. I think going back to a query earlier from Mr. Cabral, as it relates to receiving updates, at the close of poll, when we start receiving the statements of poll, we will be disseminating that information periodically, which will provide you by a breakdown by district, the number of statements that have been processed thus far, and the votes as they come in per party. So there is a dedicated platform, and we will circulate that link once we start updating information there, as well as we will circulate via email and, of course, via GCOM's Facebook page. So you will receive that information in 2 formats, in JPEG and PDF, as well as it will be accessible on the dedicated platform. That link will be circulated to you by the close of poll today, as well as via our Facebook page. So persons can stay tuned to that Facebook page, the dedicated platform for which we would share the link, or via your respective emails. For electors that are yet to vote, not sure as to their respective polling stations, we want to remind that there is a tool on the GCOM's website at www.gcom.org.gy. It's a very simple process using either your identification number or a combination of your first and last names along with your date of birth. Persons will be able to be properly directed to their respective polling stations. Alternatively, there are information clerks available at the various polling stations that will be able to provide the necessary guidance. So with that, I want to say thank you very much for attending this press briefing. If you have further queries as you're out in the field, feel free to contact me, and I'll be more than happy to provide whatever feedback and guidance that is necessary. Thank you so much.
Hi, good morning, Commander Guyana Critic here. I'm calling you from my live command center, and all I'm asking for is an update as to how things are on. If you got things under control, you know, just to let the citizens of Guyana know how things are going with the Guyana Police Force. Can you give me a quick update on that?
No, from 4A I can tell you everything going on for plan. Nothing unusual to report.
Roger that, Chief.
Good, thank you.
Welcome. So that is the commander for A Division, and nothing unusual to report. Everything is going to plan. Yes, sir. Everything is going to plan. Yeah, President Bringer feel he's big, but you don't. Me, well, you can't get a president number. That's the first thing. But the man don't like me 1 minute. When I go to the GCOM election commission, I saw the man watch me. I said, what's this? If you have the remote control, no problem. Cannot change the channel. So somebody sent a photograph of the baby and they said they can't change the channel because the baby got the remote control and she will not allow them to change the TV. So President Granger and First Lady Sandra Granger, yes, they voted. So come out and vote. Right? You see the fingers? They voted. Right? Come out and vote. Come out and make your vote count. This evening, I'll have everybody over because when the numbers come in, we tabulate the numbers and we can call it how we hear it. Yes, sir. We already spoke to Barry Jagger. We'll be talking to Irfan Ali. And during the course of the day, we've already spoken to, I have got an update from Captain Jerry Gavaya, who's the president of the Private Sector Commission. And he is with the American ambassador and the British High Commissioner, and they're flying across Guyana where they're observers looking at the polling, the process. So go out early, go out there and vote. I am presently on the drive to make sure you guys go out and vote, but I will be, well, I got half an hour more here, then I going out to vote, and we can, this 4 hours live, we're going to do another 4 hours, and then we're going to do, because we're going straight through as it comes in, as the cars come in. This afternoon, when the statement, the poll will be put outside of the polling stations, we are looking for you to take photographs and send them in that we can verify. And we're going to be tracking from then. We have people across the country that are doing different things, and I have information coming in. So we allowing people for bringing the information, but we got information verifiable. Barbies straight across, right? Beautiful. The partner vote. Right? Another finger in. Dip your finger in the ink. Exercise your franchise. You see that? Another man vote. And each one of these you see here represent thousands of people who will vote. Come out and vote. Exercise your franchise. Right? Exercise your democratic right. Let me bust a tune. Let me bust a tune. Is it going on?
Will give us an update on what's happening in Berbice, Kanji area.
Thank you, Mark. Mark, we're continuing our coverage in Berbice. The last time I spoke to you, we were at Skeldon and we had just left Skeldon, and right now we're at Betsy Grong Primary School in Kanji. But before I tell you what's important and significant about this location, let me say that we've made a stop at Auckline. Auckline is actually where the current Prime Minister and President attended school. Last year at the Auckline Primary School, there was a very close call between the APNU AFC coalition and the opposition People's Progressive Party. We don't know how voters are going to cast their votes this time around, but we'll have to wait until the close of poll to decide, to know what has happened. We've also stopped at Chesney. Chesney is also important, and I'm pointing out these areas. Chesney is important because that's one of the places where the opposition People's Progressive Party had raised concerns about GCOM's decision to reduce several private residences as polling places. What we've seen throughout East Berbice, coming all the way from Skeldon to Kanji, is really peaceful voting, an orderly process. It's very, very, very quiet out here. Earlier, there were shorter lines, but I think that trend is changing as the morning pushes ahead, where we're seeing more persons turning out to cast their ballots and to polling station. Let me tell you now, Mark, what's important about me being here at Betsy Grang Primary School. The first thing I want to say is that this location actually houses the office of the Deputy Returning Officer. Secondly, this is actually the polling place where former AFC parliamentarian Sharon Das Prasad casted his ballot at the last general and regional elections in 2015. Let me say that, and lots of people are asking whether he would have returned to vote in these elections, since he was the man who, with his vote, when he broke rank as a government MP at the time and voted for a opposition no confidence motion, caused the government to collapse. We actually spoke to Sharon Das Prasad by phone yesterday, and he indicated to us that he will not be here to vote in these elections. He actually explained his reasons for not coming. He did say he would have liked to be here, but because he was notified that he would be arrested at the airport on his arrival and detained for likely 72 hours for questioning, he took a decision not to come, since it would defeat the purpose of actually voting. I'm actually standing just obliquely opposite where Sharon Das Prasad lived and resided while he lived here in Guyana. Sharon Das Prasad is currently in Canada living at this time. What we're also seeing at this location is still very orderly voting. Let me also say, Mark, that we're actually in the sugar belt. We're not far from the Rosal estate that was closed in 2015 by this government, placing hundreds and thousands of sugar workers out of jobs. So we have a lot of aggrieved sugar workers and their families coming here, not only at this polling station, but at polling stations in this area to cast their ballots. Again, we don't know how they're going to vote, but we'll have to wait until the close of poll. There are several other locations that we're visiting in Region 6, Mark. We're going to visit some locations in Region 5 and Region 4, and we'll continue to bring you those updates throughout today. Back to you, Mark.
Do something. Some father tell me how you vote, where you vote, and where you think about the voting process. Otherwise than though, you understand? You could shut your pie hole. Raja, enjoy. Listen to me. This is the problem with Guyanese. When the problem come in, people ain't got no solution for some man. No, don't do it this way. Let's do it. There's no constructive criticism. You're doing something or you're doing nothing.
For that detailed breakdown of how things are still in Berbice, as our journey continue with Decision 2020 here at the newsroom. Join us on the other side of the break as
if you got a problem, you go there, search the web, and then you say, critic, I see this thing. Is this thing true? We say, no, it is not true. We call the relevant authorities, we verify it for you. This is what this is about. You ain't got constructive criticism today. You ain't got no criticism. You ain't got to do and never do. I doing critic, this is what I always do. I don't know what's the problem with you know. Since this program started, I is the critic. I does the critic. I don't do go newsroom. Go news source. Go Capital News. Go Prime News. I do the critic. They break news. It's you breaking news and give me. Yes, sir? Me know where this thing come. They ain't got no constructive criticism today. We ain't got nothing going there. We campaigning. We ain't them back and forth between one another. All we doing is find out what is going on. The facts come in, we filter the facts. If somebody wants something, they know something, they can't critic, this happened, that happened, whoa. And we make sure the country at large know what is going on while it is going on. You understand me? So I ain't no way time with constructive criticism. You come today as a crass. That's what they are. Criticism. Crasses and criticism is two different things. You figured out how you could contribute to this thing. Call and share your experience with the process. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning. Somebody called me and listening to me. Yeah. We never them games today. Them games I listen like never me whole life. Since I doing this thing, me whole life I can't remember playing nobody else. When you come here, no, you come here for watching guys, you should go somewhere else. I never beg nobody for coming. I just go out every day and do what I have to do. Yeah, I don't get mixed up with this thing. I want to get the thing clear today. I never beg nobody, I never play no role and try to be what I'm not. Right? Let me carry that. Tune. Yeah, tune. I'm playing them game we have played. Still we irate, cause we don't love lights. In a dance outside. Everybody still we irate, cause we don't love lights. No shade, no vice. We do it for the love, we don't do it for the lights. See it for the love, we don't do it for the lights. See it for the love, we don't do it for the lights. See it for the love, we don't do it for the lights. Success don't come overnight. No man know substance over I. Do it for the love, we don't do it for the lights. Love the lights, not all right. Sit down in the post and sleep all night. Sit down on the social media life. While I sit and let you do a vice. Women never put them up on no flight. And we never see them and listen to your life. You miss someone on your house so much likes. I'm all still a lead for ideas. Still from you in a ready. Put the music first, that's all. While we there on the bar and the eye. We real work, that's all. When you see me, yes, and I see I. And every truth when we never right. And every show where we hit tonight. No, we look different. Somebody check the bridge closing time for me. Somebody check the bridge closing time for me. Somebody said the bridge close off. They gotta find another day for thing the bridge. March 2nd, as we all the polls I trust will be free, fair, transparent. So far it's going just that way. The bridge. Tomorrow is it for Georgetown. Kishanburu, I don't know what you're insinuating, but anytime you say anything close to stupid as I think you're trying to say Kishanburu, you get him black. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't know what you're talking about or what you're insinuating. So the Harbour Bridge is closed at 9:30 to 11. Unfortunately, they decided today to have a regular routing, but the world still has to go on. You got ships to pass and all them things. Right? We got ships to pass to the Harbour, the Demerara Bridge. So we got to look at that. So somebody just check. It is 9 to 11. Let me go and update this portion right away. Hello, good morning, Dr. Ashikesun.
Hi, are you still on the line?
Yes, I'm on my live. What's going on?
Oh no, it's not going so well in Sophia. It's a lot of confusion here.
Explain.
They're sending people, well, we went to another polling station earlier. They sent my mom in a line and she wasn't even in the list. So we came to a second one. They put her in a wrong line. And then they made her line up again as a 58-year-old woman. So she's still there sitting waiting. It's very slow, a lot of tension.
No, but here what happened. As you go in the polling station.
There are no international observers here in Sophia. Are they scared?
Here. And when you enter in the polling station, is there a list with the names on it?
Yes, we reconfigured it. That much sorted out so far.
Okay.
But the person that was working at the first polling station we went to was not checking on the list. She was just sending people in.
Oh. No, but nobody don't check in front. People just assume that you already know where you're voting. So your mother is in a line to vote now.
Again, yes.
Well, beautiful. What about you?
I'm also in the line. I'm observing while I'm in the line. But it's not so well this side compared to the other one.
Okay, it is so you've been at one polling station that is a little more organized, but
I've been at two that were organized.
and then you're at one right now that is a little less organized. Well, we got right to make a report to the returning officer, and I think the person who covers the region.
I'm curious as to why the international observers didn't come to Sophia.
Let me make some calls and find out. I can get the information for you just now.
Alright, cool.
I'll get onto some from the character center and ask them if they happy. Because I don't know if they're on the ground all the time or they go across. You understand? But some polling stations are said to be slow, so.
In theory, of course, we got all the information and we know how it's going to happen. But one is theory, another is practice or implementation. So that I, of course, really hope that all this implementation also will be fine in accordance to the. Pretty soon we will see.
Can you give us an idea of where your observers are today?
Far, I didn't receive any negative comments. What concerns the period before elections, we made our observation, but I can talk about these observations only then on Wednesday morning, because as you know, no observer mission can anyhow in this sense try to, let's say, influence the process, and it is also not my intention. So that we make our observations and then we make our results of our observation known on Wednesday morning, and most probably some suggestions then for the future elections. But today, of course, the most important is that the day will be professionally organized. The elections will be professionally organized, and of course also the tabulation will be professional and neutral, so that the real will of Guyanese people will be clear as soon as possible.
Sir, can you remind us of why it was important for you observers and other observers to be in Guyana at this time?
Well, first, I guess, and the most important is that it is, I guess, needed for Guyana, because I think that also Guyanese society, Guyanese people also need, in this sense, insurance from neutral observers that everything has been done correctly, or if not, then in this sense what was wrong. So that I guess it's also important for the future legitimacy of future legitimacy of your political life and future political development. So that's why I guess it's mostly important for Guyana. But it's also important for the EU, for example, because our main interest is that Guyana and Guyana's democracy will develop further, so that the rule of law will be strengthened, that real political will of Guyanese people can be expressed freely without any fear or without any other, problems. So that in this sense, as you know, European countries, European Union, we are a stronghold for democracy and rule of law. And of course, we'd like to see that there are more and more countries all around the world who share the same values, that every and each person, every and each citizen, for example, here in Guyana, can express his or her political will freely and without no problems. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for your interest.
Me no wanna waste your critique my song. We no wanna media guy interpret me wrong. So let me give me credits in a dance and fashion first. Big up Kadaji and the one Capleton. The one Apache and the one Ninja man. Big up the killer and the one Beanie man. King Yellow man, Guru Buju man dance. Early me in a china simulator. Me and the friend sister man.
The voting was without incident. The only problem is that there was a little plastic cap in the ink and it took some time to remove it. But I have a slow hand. I am a patient person, so I get it. And everything went smoothly. The ballot paper had the correct names of the parties. And I expect that we'll have a smooth and successful process here today, Monday the 2nd of March.
You're usually very early. What would you tell people who are still undecided about voting?
First of all, this is not only a democratic right, but a democratic duty of all citizens to participate in this process. And I would urge persons who might be a bit tardy to rethink, the prospect of ensuring that they get a government of their choice in Guyana. So I hope people don't stay away, regardless of their political persuasion. They should come out and express their opinion in favor of the party of their choice. I'm very confident that the party which I lead, the coalition which I lead, will be successful. And I'm confident also that the process which has been put in place by the Elections Commission under the chairmanship of Justice Pradeep Singh will be efficient. The observers are in the country from all around the world, and Guyana today will demonstrate that it's a democratic country and it is capable of conducting elections efficiently and credibly in accordance with the law and the Constitution.
How do you plan to spend the rest of your day?
Of course, I have duties to perform. I am an agent, and I will be going to other polling stations to ensure that the process is smooth and without complaint by persons of all parties. And after that, I will quietly, in the bosom of the coalition, await the results. That's how I spend the rest of the day and night.
This election is being described outside of Guyana as one that is not just important for Guyana, but the region as well, especially in the context of the large oil and gas finds in Guyana.
The elections constitute a democratic process, and they have nothing to do with the economic prospects. We are demonstrating today that we are part of the democratic tradition of the English-speaking Caribbean. As you know, from the time I entered office, within 10 months I held local government elections, and in 2018 I held second local government elections. So my coalition is totally committed to the democratic process. All these economic issues have no bearing on the democratic process. I am confident that the Caribbean is looking to Guyana as a beacon of economic development, but it will also be a beacon of democratic rectitude, and that's my...
Here at the Lenore Technical and Vocational Institute, where presidential candidate of the People's Progressive Party, Irfan Ali, is here with his wife as they are about to cast their ballots this morning. Mr. Irfan is walking into the polling station. Here he is. Any comments? Any comments?
As soon as I come out, I'll give you a comment. Thank you very much.
So we're seeing here the presidential candidate of the PPP, Irfan Ali. went into the polling station at the Technical and Vocational Institute at Leonora, where he and his wife will be casting their ballots. Now, we are not allowed to go inside the polling station.
Morning, very good.
A little bit about the process here this morning.
Well, the process is a very simple process, and it went smoothly. I was able to cast my ballot. We have, in this region, and the report from around the country is that the day started with a good turnout early in the morning, but there were some hiccups that we haven't done a full assessment of as yet. In some areas, people complain that the information they receive from the desk clerk, the information clerk, the GCOM information clerk is confusing. So we are addressing a lot of that. So later in the day, we'll have a full assessment. It's still early as to what is going on there. And as you know, a decision was taken for the executive board not to do its normal trips today. So we had to put some systems in place to assist voters who wanted to get back to execute to vote. But so far this morning, we are on track. We're very confident. Our supporters are coming out in their numbers, and I think we are heading for victory today.
But what can you elaborate a little bit on some of the issues you would have received reports about? And what information are you talking about?
No, the issue we are dealing with now and early this morning is that of the information clerk. GCOM has an information desk out there who would normally help voters to find which polling station they're voting in. As you would appreciate, some of the buildings, they have more than one polling station. So they direct them. So voters would have related to us that they're getting misleading information and they're sent to the wrong lines. So it was kind of frustrating for them. A lot of these reports came from the East Coast, the Strass Bay area. Early this morning, we had some little hiccups over here that we were able to iron out. Early this morning too, we had to clear up the issue of the use of cell phone by the polling agents and so on. Some POs were telling them they have to turn off the phone completely, and from our understanding, the instruction is, and we have clarified this with the CEO, is that the phone just has to be on silent so it would not disturb the process.
Okay, so we know there were some last-minute changes to the polling places on the east coast of Damarara. Did you receive any reports of any confusion there?
Yeah, well, that is what we are assessing now, because a lot of the report of confusion is coming from the East Coast. Wrong information, misdirection is coming from the East Coast. Earlier today, we had some issues in some regions with people's name being in a different division that we were able to work around. Mr. Faber himself here had some of those reports that he had to help voters to get to the right division. But on the East Coast, you're right, on the East Coast there are some challenges with regard to this, but we'll have a full assessment in another hour and a half.
On the issue on the equitable with the vote, do you think any voter would have been disenfranchised?
Well, from the request we would have had, we had some hotline numbers set up to assist people, to help people, and from that intervention, there were a lot of requests. So I can't tell the extent to which people would have planned to utilize the vote to get back to execute to vote, but from what we put out there to help voters, because we want to ensure every voter get to exercise their democratic right and get to vote for the party of their choice. So we put that system in place, and we had enormous response from last night to now.
So what will you tag that figure at from your response?
I don't have the figure here, but we had response this morning. All right.
Okay. So what is your peace message to the people today that is voting?
Well, yeah, we have said from the party level, and myself, as presidential candidate, I want to encourage all Guyanese to remain calm, remain peaceful, allow the process to flow, to help other Guyanese, help them to find their polling station, respect each other right, and help each other in exercising their right. At the end of the day, we are Guyanese. We have to live together. We have to build this country together, and we have to move our country forward together. And that is the message. Let us allow the process to work. Let us support each other, and let us do so in a peaceful and respectful manner.
Mr. Ali, the PSC and we had two foreign ambassadors calling for respect and acceptance of the results when such will be announced. What is your party's
Well, we have been consistently saying that we believe in a free and fair system. The free and fair system reflects the will of the people. And like 2015 and all other elections, the PPP has always remained peaceful. And our interest is a free and fair process, a free and fair election. And at the end of the day, once we achieve this as a country and as a people, we have to accept the results.
A quick word from Mrs. Ali. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you want to say to the voting population today?
I just want us all to remain at peace, and we're gonna accept the results, and we're pretty much confident for victory today.
Okay, is this one of your first time voting, or?
No, I've voted before.
Let's see fingerprint, please.
Hold on. All right, thank you.
On the line heading in.
I didn't have a line, so as I got there, I went directly to the first officer who would have checked off for my name, announced both my number as well as my ID number.
So they're looking at your ID card. You're standing before someone sitting behind a table, and you said the first officer, so there's more than one of them.
There's what you have when you go in. There is the first officer. Some places have an information desk allowing you to, for instance, where there are multiple ballot stations, there is an alphabetical split. So what happens is you can get that information from that information officer, and they'll direct you to which location you go to within a polling place.
Okay.
After that process, you step in, and the first clerk that you arrive at, they will check your ID card. They will check that against another first on the first list, and then on the second list, which has your additional details, including your picture. And then they announce your ID number, announce your folio number, and then you step across to the ballot officer, who will stamp in two places at the back of the ballot paper. And then
all two are at the back of the paper?
Correct. It's a 6-digit number, and that is stamped right there in front of you, verifying again your ID card.
Beautiful.
And then from there as well, that ballot officer would have also given, the DPO, the Deputy Presiding Officer, would have given me the ballot paper. And then from there, you step into your voting booth, which is a private compartment. You place your X, one at the top for the party of your choice. And it must be an X and not a tick.
Okay.
And your X down at the bottom for the regional elections for the party of your choice. After you would have completed that process, you fold the paper exactly the way the DPO would have given it to you, to ensure that the only thing visible will be the numbers at the back.
Okay.
And then as you step back to the presiding officer, he or she will instruct you to place your right index finger into the ink bottle, and then at the same time you deposit your ballot into the ballot box.
Okay. Thank you. Have you considered the process, everything? You're satisfied with the process that you experienced there?
Yes, I did not. There were no interruptions. Like I said, I probably got there and got lucky because I was literally the only person voting in my Western division. So when I say in and out in 5 minutes, that's literally what happened. I know. I just in fact came off the road. I had heard about 2 areas where there were long lines building up, and I went up to Strathbay Nursery Center to check on that. But by the time I got there, that process the line, I didn't see that build-up that persons were talking about, and then we heard that at Good for Waxing, there were persons who were complaining that they'd been in line all morning. I didn't see that at the station, but the report I got was, it was not clear as to which station it was. So I don't know if perhaps the one I checked, but so far there's been build-up along the coast of voters, but I also saw Bladen Hall, multilateral. I saw persons going in and out quite quickly. So while the process might have been timely for other persons,
there's some hiccups for others.
Sorry?
There are some hiccups for others.
Correct.
Okay. My name is Barrington Braffett, Commissioner.
Nia Subana, Commissioner.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us what you have observed so far? And in telling us that, can you also tell us which areas this particular team would have covered?
Well, this Region 5 and Region 6. Of course, we wouldn't be able to go to every polling station in Region 6. We'll try our best to see what we can be able to cover.
Okay. Well, what has been your observation so far for the voting process?
Well, with some stations, as this section has been able to give us a tabulation of how much voters each poll represent, and the percentage of what has been of who has voted already. So, and that is very informative. So we can have a gauge on the. But as it is with Guyanese, we divide it between the early morning people and the late afternoon people. So and they seem to understand that and expect that as you wind down,
there'll be a rush to the polls.
There'll be a rush. There seems to be a good management at this Bobby High School specifically so far, and handling of old elder people with disabilities, and what we've observed so far is that there is an eagerness to accommodate.
Thank you very much. I want to ask one more question, and I'll give you a chance to answer, Niaz. What exactly are you looking for in your monitoring and observation?
Well, there's a multiplicity of things that we're looking for, things that are in keeping with free and democratic and open elections. So we have a checklist that we go through, but based on what we have seen so far, things seems to be okay here. However, there's been an observation that I would have made, and I would have spoken to the officers in charge. A number of the staffing, in some cases presiding officers and clerks are not at their stations because they have to go and vote elsewhere. I would have expected or thought that with the certificate of employment, they could have been voted, or they could vote where they're actually working. But of all the stations that we have visited here, all 6 of them, there seems to be an issue, well, not an issue, where, well, depends on how you look at it, a reality whereby the officers are not voting where they're working. They have to go elsewhere. So we don't know, as it is right now, there's no line for people to vote at this moment. So we don't know exactly what may have led to them not being given or not having a certificate of employment to vote where they are. So it's something that we would have queried.
Can we expect persons from your team in all the regions across Guyana today?
No, we will be in 6, 5, 4, 3, and 10, and 10.
The big regions.
The bigger regions,
okay.
Because of logistical reasons and others.
Thank you very much, Niaz, and thank you. So there you've heard it. Good management, steady voting, peaceful process. Over back to you, Mark.
Theory, another is practice or implementation. So that I, of course, really hope that all this implementation absolutely will be fine according to the regulations. Pretty soon we will see.
Can you give us an idea of where your observers are today?
As I said, EU observing mission is 55 people, and we are in all around the country, so that in all regions, and we try to visit as many polling stations as possible. And also, of course, to observe the population side.
What are some of the preliminary results you have from the open meeting?
Well, as I said, today, the real election day so far, I didn't receive.
So observers are on the ground. They're expressing their experiences, and I can tell you, so far we have no complaints.
I just brought my mom to vote because she's registered in this area. I just want to ensure she votes first, and then I'm going to go up to Diamond where I'm registered to vote.
And can you tell us about the process? How was it?
It was extremely smooth. I was expecting to spend much more time here, but I would say in less than 5 minutes the process was completed. So we're delighted about that.
It's very good, and I like how they got it cool and calm. That's all.
I was living here and then I removed a ponytail from the West Coast. But it was a little difficult getting transportation. But I'm here, and that is good.
Mine went smooth, I cannot complain. Everything went well.
Reporting for the newsroom from Eccles, I'm Isinella Patwa.
Thank you, Isinella, and we'll continue our coverage.
Hello? Hey. Me still got him there. Me got him. Yeah, because one of me fendants, so me fendants are not replace. Them what flapping, so how far are you there? You see, that is why, right? Me want do nothing for me, you get wrong, you know. Yeah, but the big thing I broke up, me got thing at home, me pack it for replace them thing about it. Yeah. Hey, but yeah, so what you man don't get me vex, you know? What? Thank you. Can't do that, Can't.
you just plan come out, right? Make them no handle no way. Alright?
Yeah.
Now what? Let me see. Great spot.
Gotta be there, what's up?
You gotta get them out.